我是阿万，谢谢你听我的频道。人工智能行业高歌猛进，但泡沫担忧挥之不去。如果你还没有订阅我的话，请订阅一下我吧，按赞也可以。将科技行业这段异常活跃的增长期称为历史性时刻，并不为过。周三，生产构建人工智能所需芯片的英伟达表示，其季度利润跃升至近300亿美元，同比增长65%，较2年前增长245%。就在3周前，英伟达成为首家市值突破5万亿美元的上市公司。微软、谷歌、苹果、亚马逊目前市值也都达到了数万亿美元。这4家企业最近季度录得总利润超过1100亿美元。关于人工智能泡沫的讨论是不绝于耳。英伟达首席执行官黄仁勋在公司交出漂亮的季报后表示，但从我们的视角看，情况截然不同。一些业内人士表示，所有这些看似美好的消息背后都隐藏着不祥之兆。他们与黄仁勋目睹了同样的增长与财富奇迹，却认为这是脆弱的纸牌屋。他们表示，如果崩塌，由此造成的破坏将难以估量。就连英伟达的增长也并非无懈可击，市场对其芯片的需求并不意味着人们想要使用人工智能，仅是表明企业正在斥巨资构建人工智能系统，寄希望于未来能吸引付费用户。英伟达引领的华尔街涨势仅维持数小时，截止周四收盘，该公司股市下跌约3%，科技股最大幅回调拖累整个市场，标普500指数当日下挫1.6%。不过，对人工智能热潮持悲观态度者持有的核心论点是，巨额资金正涌入相关初创企业，而这些公司在数据中心上的支出是惊人。3年前引爆这场热潮的 OpenAI 目前估值5000亿美元，是全球最有价值的初创企业。OpenAI 的主要竞争对手 Anthropic 目前估值也约1830亿美元。今年2月才创立的新兴 Machines Lab 巨信估值也达到数百亿美元。OpenAI 目前尚未盈利，而且预计2030年前都难以实现收支平衡。Anthropic 同样处于亏损状态。Thinking Machines 则刚刚推出首款产品，但这没有阻止他们烧钱。Anthropic 近日宣布将投资500亿美元用于新数据中心的建设。OpenAI 的明星执行官萨姆·奥尔特曼则表示，公司将为其人工智能事业投入1.4万亿美元用于算力。OpenAI 现在做的事情是我们见过最夸张的，一直假装下去直到成真的案例。DA Division 的科技研究负责人吉尔·卢里亚说，他们做出的承诺巨大，实际上根本无力承担。OpenAI 与其合作伙伴正斥资5000亿美元，在美国新建新一代数据中心。若按当前币值计算，这个所谓的星门计划足以支撑15次曼哈顿计划的全部开支，甚至能支付2次完整的阿波罗登月计划。仅星门计划本身，如果其规模真的达到5000亿美元，就将是世界上最大的基础设施项目，而且超越现有纪录数倍。San Francisco Compute 的首席执行官埃文·康拉德说道，该公司是一家专注于人工智能硬件的初创企业。据摩根士丹利的分析师预测，到2028年，全球的科技公司、各国政府及其合作伙伴将在数据中心的投入近3万亿美元。为了实现这一目标，他们需要从银行和其他金融机构借贷近1万亿美元。过去12个月里，谷歌、微软、亚马逊和 Meta 在数据中心上投入约为3600亿美元。凭借 巨额利润，他们负担得起这种开支，其他公司则不得不举债投入。这其中有甲骨文这样的老牌企业，也有 CoreWeave、Nebius 等较小的公司。目前由于这些债务分散在众多的金融机构，包括私人信贷机构与传统银行，专家难以准确评估整个系统中究竟蕴含多少风险。更令人担忧的是，批评者指出，OpenAI 与芯片制造商、云计算公司等达成的交易存在奇特的资金循环现象。OpenAI 在预计获得科技巨头数十亿美元注资的同时，又向同一批企业支付等量资金以获取算力等服务。一些金融分析师担心，这类交易正在制造市场繁荣的假象，最终市场的稳定性将取决于像 OpenAI 这样的公司能否被债务压垮前实现盈利。英伟达的某一些交易引发了同样的质疑。该公司宣布向 OpenAI 投入1000亿美元，而这些资金最终会通过采购或租赁英伟达芯片的方式回流至该公司。周二，英伟达宣布与 Anthropic 达成100亿美元的类似协议，后者将采购价值300亿美元由英伟达芯片支持的人工智能算力。这笔资金实际将用于从微软购买算力，而微软也向 Anthropic 注资约50亿美元。高盛估计，英伟达明年的销售额中有15%将来自批评者所称的自我循环交易。人工智能公司开发的聊天机器人与图像生成器已吸引数亿用户，其中不少人每月支付超过100美元的服务费。但作为科技行业真正利润支柱的企业客户，是否同样热衷采用人工智能技术，仍存疑问。麦肯锡的最新研究显示，近80%企业声称已应用人工智能技术，但同等比例的企业表示这些技术对其利润没有显著影响。谷歌母公司 Alphabet 的首席执行官桑达尔·皮查伊本周在接受 BBC 采访时表示，这些支出和飙升的估值至少部分源于非理性因素。他警告，若市场崩盘，冲击将十分广泛。我认为没有公司能幸免，我们也不例外。他说，科技行业资深人士常将当前人工智能热潮与1990年代的互联网泡沫相提并论。当年的泡沫破裂时，数百家初创公司消失，而那些向新兴企业提供技术支持的成熟公司也遭受重创。但也有部分初创公司获得了持久的成功，并深刻改变了世界。最著名的例子就是亚马逊和谷歌。当泡沫形成的时候，聪明人会因为一个具有合理价值的核心而过度兴奋。奥尔特曼今年早些时候对记者表示，当前投资者整体是否对人工智能过度追捧？我的看法是肯定的。人工智能是否是这个时代最具变革的技术？我的答案同样是肯定的。Me also. Thanks for your listening. 就是人工智能的话，就是毫无疑问，这一定是一个趋势。但这是一个趋势的前提，就是它同样也。我个人就是因为这个话题，就是最近实在是就是各家媒体机构也会频频的提起，相信大家也在各种平台看到各样的论断。但我的观点那必然是就肯定泡沫会有，但是它的一个业务支撑也还会是有。其实从我们课堂上学的话，人类离 Super AI 就是超级无敌的 AI 其实还非常远。就是还没有到那个境地里，所以说 AI 真的能取代一切的时候，那你我的反而就是说，其他所有的 AI 都需要用到 AI 了，然后你再用到人的部分，其实人也会变得更加难能可贵了，因为人反而会变成最贵的东西。哎呀，说多了。The AI boom has found another gear. Why can't people shake their worries? It would not be a stretch to describe this period of hyper-active growth in the tech industry as a historical moment. NVIDIA, which makes computer chips that are essential to building artificial intelligence, said on Wednesday that its quarterly profit jumped to nearly $32 billion, up 65% from a year ago and 245% from the year before that. Just 3 weeks ago, NVIDIA became the first publicly traded company to be worth $5 trillion. Micro, Google, Apple, and Amazon are also now valued in the trillions. In their most recent quarters, the 4 companies reported more than $110 billion in combined profits. There's been a lot of talk about the AI bubble, said Johnson Huang, NVIDIA's chief executive, after his company brought out quarterly reports. From our vantage point, we see something very different, but some industry insights say there is something onions lurking behind all this bubble news. They look at the same eye-popping growth and the same stunning wealth creation as Mr. Huang and see an hour of cars, and they say it is hard to know what the damage will be if it collapses. Even NVIDIA growth can be explained away. Demand for the company's shift doesn't mean people want to use AI. It merely means that companies are building giant AI systems in hopes someone will pay to use them. The NVIDIA that's traded on Wall Street latest only a few hours. After all, the company's share price was down about 3% at the end of the trading on Thursday. A sharp oversell in tech stocks pulled the whole market lower, with the S&P 500 dropping 1.6% for the day. The heart of Pamis case against the AI boom, however, is the money pouring into the startup world and the billions upon billions those companies are spending on data centers. OpenAI, the company that kicked off the boom 3 years ago, is now worth an estimated $500 billion, making it the most valuable startup in the world. Anthropy, OpenAI's attribute, is now worth an estimated $183 billion, and Thinking Machine Staff, which was started in February, is already believed to be valued in the tens of billions of dollars. OpenAI is not profitable and doesn't expect to be until 2030. Anthropy is also in the red. Thinking Machines just put out its first product that haven't stopped them from spending. Anthropy recently said it would invest $50 billion in new data centers. Sam Altman, OpenAI's celebrated chief executive, said his company was committed to spend $1.4 trillion on computing power for its AI pursuits. When OpenAI is engaged in is the most dramatic case of fake it until you make it that we have ever seen, said Guillaume Rougier, head of technology research at DA Division. They are making huge commitments that they literally can't afford. OpenAI and its partners are pumping $500 billion into new data center in the United States as part of what they call Project Strategic Stargate. In today's dollars, there is enough to fund the Manhattan Project 15 times over. It could pay for the entire Apollo Moon Project twice. Stargate alone, if if it does actually reach $500 billion, would be the largest infrastructure project in the world, several times over that even Colruyt, chief executive of San Francisco Compute, a startup that specializes in hardware for AI. Tech companies, governments, and their partners around the world will spend nearly $3 trillion on data center by 2028, according to analysts at Morgan Stanley. To make that happen, they will borrow nearly $1 trillion from banks and other financial institutions. Over the last 12 months, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta spent about $360 billion on new data centers. With their huge profits, they can afford it. Other companies have to take on debt that includes established companies like the software maker Oracle and smaller office wisdoms like the CoreWeave and Naviers. Because that debt is held by a wide array of financial institutions, including private credit lenders as well as traditional banks, experts are struggle to understand how much risk is in the system. Adding to worries, critics say some of the deal OpenAI has made vary with chip makers, cloud computing companies, and others are oddly circular. OpenAI is said to receive billions from tech companies, but also sends billions back to the same companies to pay for computing power and other services. Some financial analysts worry that these deals make the market stronger than it really is. Ultimately, the health of the market will depend on whether companies like OpenAI can turn a profit before debt overwhelms them. NVIDIA has also made some deals that have raised questions about whether the company is paying itself. It announced that it would invest $100 billion in OpenAI. The startup receives their money as it buys and of these NVIDIA chips. On Tuesday, NVIDIA announced a similar $10 billion deal with Anthropic, which will buy $30 billion in AI computed, backed by NVIDIA chips. That money will actually go to buy computing power from Microsoft. We will also invested $5 billion in Anthropic. Goldman Sachs has estimated that NVIDIA will make 15% of its sales next year from what critics also call circular deals. AI companies, chatbots, and image generators are already being used by hundreds of millions of people. Many of them pay monthly fee that can top $100, but it's not so clear the business customer, the real cash cow for the tech industry, are as keen to use AI. Nearly 8 in 10 businesses have said they have used AI technologies, just as many have said these technologies have no significant bottom-line impact. According to recent research from McKinsey company, Sundar Pichai, the chief executive of Alphabet, Google's parent company, said in an interview with the BBC this week that the spending and skyrocketing valuations were driven at least in part by irrationality. If the market crashes, he says, the damage will be widespread. I think no company is going to immune, including us, he said. Tech industry veterans often compare the AI boom to the dot-com bubbles of the 1990s. Will that bubble burst? Hundreds of startups disappeared, and expertise companies that were selling technology to this young outfit experienced huge loss. But other startups found lasting success and did, in fact, change the world, most notably Amazon and Google. When bubbles happen, smartphones get overexcited about a kernel of truth, Mr. Elman told reporters earlier this year. Are we in a phase where investors as a whole are overexcited about AI? My opinion is yes. Is AI the most important thing to happen in a very long time? My opinion is also yes. Thanks for your listening. Hoping your life fully with happiness and joy. Please don't forget to make a thumb nice, or like the subscribe me is more better. Thank you for your trust.